up, everybody, and welcome to How to Become a Terrible Person, the only podcast on the internet helping you become the best worst person possible. I'm joined now.
Oh, yes,
today.
I'm back. I'm so sorry to everyone who thought I was gone.
As always.
Everyone thought John Jay was taking my spot, but no!
Nope.
I'm back!
At Ashley Footer on all the social medias. You can find her on Instagram. You can find her on Twitter, Facebook.
That Ash, though. Just look me up.
I am at Pomo and Kitsch, otherwise known as Grant. And if you listened to the last week's episode with Mr. John J. Van Ness, thank you for listening. And if you just subscribed, thank you for joining us again this week.
I am the normal co-host. I'm so sorry to disappoint you.
Last week was weird. Did you get a chance to hear it, Ashley, or did you take the week off?
Are you going to hate me if I say I haven't listened yet?
No,
I have been kicked on my ass by allergies, and I literally slept for like 20 hours yesterday.
I totally understand. Awesome and I had a very quiet birthday weekend because Suzette had her crazy party.
Right.
You went to that on Friday night?
I sure did. It was insane.
It looked...
I was genuinely worried for her well-being.
It looked insane, but I figured she was surrounded by good people, and I didn't have to be there.
Good people that were also wasted off of their ass. Yeah.
Hammered.
But my boss was there, and he saw me in this, like, skanky little dress, and I was like, oh,
what did you wear?
This is awkward. So I wore the... Funny story. Suzette was like, if you're coming, you need to dress kind of hoey. Like, you need to step it up, Ashley. Because if you guys know me, I don't wear clothes like that. Like, I wear, with more power to the girls who have body confidence to do that, you know, but I just love leggings and sweatpants and big hoodies.
I've seen you in some outfits, though.
When I have to be.
That EDC outfit.
Okay, well, it's EDC.
But you felt confident though in that, right?
No, well, only at EDC because it has that like energy. But if I wear it other times, man, I feel so
You mean if you wear a white tank top with a black heart shape
underneath?
Yeah,
you
tassels.
Remember the shape and everything? Oh my god, that's
I remember.
So
the
funny.
shape.
So I don't own anything like that. So she's like, Ashley, you better hoe it up. I'm like, okay, fine. So I buy this like cheap ass $20 dress from the first place that I find. I barely try it on because I'm just like, I'm over it. And I go, and the top of it is like so loose and baggy because I don't have the boobs to fill out that kind of dress. But the bottom part is so tight because I have like a butt kind of. So it's like, I can't ever get a dress that fits both sides of my body. And I'm taking a picture of next to Suzette who has like A+ boobs. And it's so funny to look at my oversized top. Hers are like popping out. It was just really funny, like the juxtaposition of boobage. But then I get home, right? We go to McDonald's. I get home.
So proud of you.
I go shower. And I take off the dress. And my entire body is stained black.
Oh, from the...
It's... hilarious. I'll show you right now. Because it was a cheap, like $17 crappy dress made in China. I didn't think anything of it. And I was stained this color for 4 days. Like, look at this.
What?
It was just caked on there. And Cody and I were like scrubbing me with loofahs for an hour.
That picture right there, that's a great picture.
It's like I want to post it, but it's like very risque.
It's awesome. Your hair looks great. You're sporting the Lilo and Stitch deal.
I am, and I got my pineapple tattoo showing that I forget about because I never show.
And you look cut up.
Really?
Look at your back.
No.
Go to the next one. Yeah, you look good. Good for you. Post that.
No, I don't think I see. And that's the thing.
Why can't you put it in your stories?
That kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe I will. Okay, if we get enough response when this podcast drops on Friday,
I hope
I'll drop
everybody
it.
send.
If you want to see me in my Lilo and Stitch robe, let me know.
With that, that's a good picture.
It was so funny, and I was staining that color for days. Like it's finally
like when you slept, did it stain your sheets or anything?
I thought it was going to because I have white sheets, but I didn't see because it was just so caked onto my body. It wouldn't even like dye anything else because it was just stuck to me.
Caked on.
Yeah. So,
well, if you want to see Ashley in that Lilo and Stitch robe, 910-557
blue body
2871 910-557-2871. Ashley, we have one rule on this podcast.
We sure do.
We get questions.
Did you remember
it
this time?
I
Wow.
did.
Wow.
New year, new me. And if we answer that question or we don't answer that question,
we still get a bell.
We ring the bell. Pretty easy. 910-557-2871. Ashley, should we get into question one?
Let's get into it.
I got sober 6 months ago and I don't use pot like Grant. I find myself bored a lot. My life used to be fun and interesting. Now it sucks. Will this ever go away?
First of all, can we give him a high five for
good
round of
job.
applause for getting sober?
Ring the bell.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's tough. It's a tough road.
Congratulations.
And I liked how they qualified. I don't smoke pot like Grant.
Well, let me just put it out there that I'm not as big as a pothead as Grant
I'm
was.
actually a sober person. I hate that shit. Whatever. Congratulations, guy.
So,
amazing.
he just thinks his life is boring and he's worried that he's not going to be able to get past it because his life used to be so fun.
I don't even think it's that.
No?
Having been a professional drinker,
Okay, yes.
the
You can have
volume
insight on this.
is cranked up always. And you're always at a state of, especially when things are crazy, it's either, oh my God, things are so fun because I'm so drunk and things are out of control. My life is out of control because you're spending all your money on booze.
Well,
you're
let's
spending
give people a little background if they're new.
Yeah.
Grant used to be.
Actually, you know what? I don't like the used to be anymore.
Okay. I was going to ask you how you prefer to describe it.
I am an alcoholic.
So once you're an alcoholic for life, is that what you're saying?
The way I look at it is I crossed that bridge and I was over that bridge for a long enough period of time that if I were to have one cocktail, you would never see me again.
Wow, okay.
Like it's not, I'm probably not that drastic, but.
So Grant's been sober for a very long time though.
August 1st, 2012, 6 years.
Which is amazing.
Thank you.
And I have personally, I don't drink. I've never been drunk in my life. I've had sips here and there just to remind myself how disgusting it is. But so right now, both of us completely sober.
Yeah.
Well, in the weed department, blah, blah, blah. But that's different.
Right.
That's totally not the same thing.
I would tell this guy or gal.
Yeah. I always just assume they're guys. I need to stop doing that.
Getting sober sucks.
But he did it. He's 6 months in.
Right.
That's like a home stretch there.
But I still think about alcohol almost every day, if not every day.
Right.
And
but
it's
you
been
said
6 years.
You went over that bridge, so of course you're going to.
And so I'm thinking, I remember when I stopped drinking, I really didn't know what to do with myself. I had all this extra energy. I had all these extra
money.
feelings. Money. And it's normally it's burning a hole in your pocket because you got to get booze. You got to do all this stuff. You're running to maintain your habit.
Okay.
I think the boring thing is you have to connect with yourself in a weird way.
Yeah.
The way I did it was I worked in a factory and I didn't talk to anybody. I did that for 4 months and I had ear protection. Another way I did it was when I moved out here and I was kind of feeling lost, like I might go down.
Which one might when they move states and don't know anyone?
I got a bicycle. And I just started doing
in the heat though?
miles and miles. And then I started going on these marathon walks where I'd go out and walk 10, 12
that just
miles.
helps you get in the right mind space? Or?
Yeah, and you just, if you run, if you do exercise, if anything that can, if you play pool, anything where it's your brain.
It doesn't even have to be, keep your mind busy.
Your brain can focus on something that isn't, I haven't had a drink in 4 days. I haven't had a drink in 5 days. That's the hardest part. Find a hobby. Right.
It can't even be knitting.
Painting, anything or.
That's what I do. Crafting is what helps.
Yeah. And there's stuff where I know some people get animals, they'll get a dog.
Oh.
But yeah. I don't like that. I think you need to be. I didn't get awesome until I was sober for 2.5 years because I didn't feel like I was ever going to be responsible enough for anything else.
Which is a great thing to think.
I think that's the weird part that this person might be feeling is you don't mentally know how to connect. You don't know how to communicate properly because you've been doing it wrong.
You've always had the substance to help you.
Right. And
then also what I got from that is he said his life is boring now. It's just because it's new. You have to give yourself time to adjust to this new routine you have. You're not getting shit-faced every weekend. Right. It's going to take a little bit to get used to that. Not that your life is boring. It's just not as extreme as it once was. And I feel like you got to get used to that.
I had oh man, it must have been 3 or 4 years ago. I heard somebody say something and they said, you should never be bored because that means you're a boring person. Or something along those lines.
I'm bored all the time.
Well, and I find some truth in that and some reassurance. I think that seems right to me. Where if you're bored most of the time, you're probably a boring person. But if you get excited for things, but there are times where you can confuse boredom with other.
For me, I think I confuse boredom with loneliness.
Right.
Like, because I don't hang out with friends
Exactly.
much. And Cody's has the opposite schedule as me. So I would say that, like, some weekends go by and they're like, how was your weekend? I was like, I was just so bored. Like, it was so boring. But it's because I didn't see anyone. I didn't talk to anyone. I didn't do anything.
I didn't say a word until, God, I mean, yesterday, let's see, it was Monday.
Like,
Luther
out
King
loud?
Day. I didn't say a word out loud until probably 5 o'clock.
I do that some days. Well, it's like
the
I talk to my
best.
dog a lot, though. But I don't know if that counts. It's like I'm talking out loud to him like he's a human. Like, you want to go outside? You want to go to a bone? Like,
I talk to Awesome when she talks to me first.
oh, that's funny.
Because otherwise you start a conversation and cats will just keep going and going and going. But if
Really?
they're not talkative, like on a day,
Just leave him alone.
she'll just be like, no, she'll come up and be really loving and stuff, but she won't.
Oh.
So I
And that's
think,
the thing. Dogs don't really talk back to you. So I guess it's opposite.
but also the feeling of not having anything going on at the moment isn't necessarily boredom.
Oh, yeah. Yesterday was great.
It's just
And it's like,
still
can you
quiet.
relate to this? Like, we work 5 days a week, Monday through Friday.
Oh, what a
Having a weekday off
is the best.
is the best feeling ever. Because anyone out there that, like, my best friend, she works in a hospital, so she only works 3 days a week, and she has 4 days off. My husband has 4 days off. They don't understand what it's like to just have Monday through Friday. You can't do anything, and then the weekend goes so fast. They have 4-day weekends every week, and they don't understand the feeling of, like, oh my God, it's Monday. I have it off. I can go do something because, like, I still had 2 days off before this.
Really?
I feel like they don't get it.
See, I've always worked 5-day work weeks.
So have I.
Or
I've worked
6-day.
7-day work weeks.
I was gonna say, like,
for
'cause
2 years of my life, I worked 7 days
Right.
straight every single week.
No.
Multiple jobs on most of those days.
Yes,
Yeah.
see,
so
that's-
just to have that 1 weekday off yesterday was, oh my God, my mentality, I needed that.
I was gonna add something to that, but then I was like, nah, I think you nailed it.
Oh, thank you.
Actually, I think we covered the basis on that one.
Yeah, get a hobby.
I can't breathe out of my nose right now.
No,
to
my
say that.
allergies are so bad
And all
today.
I could do is I'm just sitting here going, Ashley.
It wasn't that nasally, no.
Ugh.
But it's so windy
Does-
outside.
Do the cough buttons work on this program?
I have no idea.
Hold on, here.
I don't even have one.
Ashley, I'm gonna cough. Okay, it does work.
Yeah, no, it's still in there.
Oh,
But I think it was.
so it just mutes it on.
Oh, I
I see.
see.
Well,
Interesting. We're still figuring it out here, guys.
question one,
Yeah.
we got it.
You'll get there, bud. You already did the hard part of being sober for 6 months. You're fine.
Ashley, I don't think I have to remind you of this, but it's probably good that we remind the listeners
Oh yeah.
that we are not professionals. I
As
know.
you can tell by the great advice we give people. We
And by-
don't know what we're talking
And
about.
by last week's episode of me going with John Jay on a random tour.
yeah,
of,
this is not professional.
Yeah, there-
whatsoever.
But we can say thank you to everyone who's listening on the iHeartRadio app, on iTunes.
Yes. My aunt texted me and said, hey, I was one of your 7 views on YouTube yesterday. I'm like, thanks, Auntie Paula. She's the best.
7. That YouTube numbers have gone up.
Have they really? It's because we talked about it that one episode,
Yeah.
I bet.
And it's building. Everything's building. This is a slow
But you really don't.
process.
I mean, like, I'm looking hella rough today. So if you don't want to go to don't go to YouTube.
I look like I work at a hardware store.
You look like you work at Ace Hardware for sure. Like,
You know what? Somebody told me I looked like Rob Hunter today.
oh my God, you do. Even
Right.
with the shorter
right,
haircut.
short hair, little stubble.
All he does is wear plaid shirts,
Yeah.
and I swear I've seen him wear a vest before.
Yep.
You look just like Rob Hunter.
Rob Hunter for
He
for
does
people
our
listening at
intro.
home. Yeah, he's the Ashley and Grant.
The
are-
amazing. His voice is the coolest.
And apparently he's a good-looking guy because if people are telling me
I
that
mean, if he was a dad, he'd be a DILF for sure.
he's a married guy though, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think
Yes.
he said him and his wife went to Japan, and I was like talking him up about it because I am also going to Japan this year.
What's the Japan countdown at, Ashley?
It is at 9 months
9 months,
and 20 days.
20 days. How many hours?
Oh, I don't know.
Seconds?
I don't really know when our flight leaves yet. We haven't booked it.
9 months, 20 days before.
Until you are Ashley free for 2 weeks. You're going to be so happy.
Wait, so when are you? Is that December? 9 months? What month is it?
October.
I'm an idiot.
It's January. So 9 plus 1 is 10, which is the 10th month of October.
There it is. So, like we were saying, we're not professionals.
No, yeah.
We have a good
Literally,
time.
Don't listen to us.
Thank you for listening. Thank you, everyone, for texting in your dilemmas. 910-557-2871.
Grant said the texts have been up, and that makes me so happy.
We're getting tons of texts. I got a nice.
Have you got any more pictures of cats?
a few pictures?
Wow.
Nothing crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. I kind of like. It's nice now because people are realizing that I'm actually checking some of these messages, and so there's a shout out to Carrie and shout out
Carrie.
to Nyla. Both enjoy the show quite a bit. Podcast.
Nice.
And they texted in
Love
a bunch of
them.
stuff. So thank you. And we should get into question 2.
Okay.
I don't like my best friend's boyfriend. He's loud, annoying, and just an
Wow.
overall dick, but my friend really likes him. How do I tell her without pissing her off?
Now, this sounds more.
This is hard.
The reason I leaned in so hard on the first question was because I figured you could. This is more your department.
Is it?
You're better with girl stuff because you are a.
This is hard.
Does it weird you out when I think of you as a girl? I don't think of you as a woman.
No, I don't think that's weird.
But if I would be like, yeah, this is my friend. Well, is your friend a boy or a girl? I'd be like, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't. You're making this so weird.
you're 26 years old. I should call you a woman.
No, I'm. Girl's fine.
This is my young friend.
You're a
Ashley.
boy. You're a real boy.
I'm a real boy.
I go pee pee standing up.
I don't
What
do
movie
that.
is that?
What?
Do you remember that movie? It was like the Asian remake of something, but it was dubbed horribly on purpose.
Kung Pao?
Yes!
Yeah.
I love him. I'm queen of the large dark nipple people.
And it's like, didn't
My
they?
nipples look like milk duds.
This
Oh my
is-
god, that was the best movie.
This is Kung Lao. We've purposely trained him wrong
The
as
girl
a
with
joke.
the 3 boobs, right?
And
Remember her?
You know, I own that movie.
We need to watch that.
Yeah,
I
that-
haven't seen that in years, and I love that movie.
It
Wow.
is. I own that on DVD.
I'm just trying to avoid this very hard question.
Let's see. So
You hate your best friend's boyfriend. Hate. He's a dick. And
Yeah.
that's hard.
because how do you say? I guess the dilemma is how do you say your boyfriend's a dick without jeopardizing
Your friendship, which is the most important thing.
Hmm.
My thing is, her happiness should be number 1 to you if you were her best friend. So if she's happy and he's not like treating her wrong, maybe he's just a dick to like other people, but he's like treats her like a queen. I feel like you can't really say anything. Because if like she's super happy and he's treating her right,
Okay.
you just gotta let the chorus run
But-
itself, and maybe she'll see that he's a bad person to other people. But I guess on the flip side, what if he is being a dick to her?
Devil's advocate here.
Okay.
What if it's a Scott Peterson type situation and you find out 4 years later that your friend was murdered by this guy that you should have said,
Okay, that's like 1 in a million.
hey, Ashley, I didn't write the question. I just asked that follow up. But seriously, though, like,
I
what
don't know
if?
how you would bring that up. Because, I mean, it's probably very obvious that you don't like him. I'm assuming.
It's probably more obvious than you think. If
Yeah.
you're texting in a podcast about how you don't like a guy,
Right. Your friend can probably sense that you
Probably
don't like
picking it
him. So maybe, again, you know me. I'm a big believer in if something that you're feeling, you should, and if they're your best friend, you should bring it up to them because you owe them your honesty, you know? So, but I don't know how you would bring that up. Because I'm wondering if the girlfriend is always like, hey, me and Joe are going to grab dinner. You want to come along with us? And what if all of us, the friends is like, actually, no, I don't really want to go out to dinner with Joe. But if it's just you, yeah, that would be obvious
you know,
that she's not a fan of his.
it also could depend on the type of relationship you have with your best friend. Where if you guys have, I could imagine you and your friends are probably, you guys are pretty open, and in terms of you probably joke around about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, like
What
with
if-
my best friends, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
what if they're like, you want to go out to dinner with me and Tom tonight? And you're like, that guy's such a dick. No. And like, it's kind of a jokey thing, but also you're subtly saying it.
So you're saying go like the non-confrontational
Like,
route.
no,
And
I don't
like,
want to. Just be like, Ashley asked me to go out to dinner with you and Cody.
Okay. Hey, Grant. Cody and I are going to that restaurant you really like tonight.
Oh, yeah?
If you wanted to like tag along, that'd be cool.
With Cody?
Yeah.
That guy's a dick.
Oh.
No.
I mean,
And then like start a conversation that way. Like if you're that close of friends, or like be like, nah, I don't want to eat dinner with him.
I guess I'd be like, wait, you really think that? And you'd be like, okay, since I mentioned, I actually kind of don't.
Yeah,
I guess maybe that is a good way.
It's a foot in the door.
Because it depends how they react to you saying that. You could kind of sense which way to go with your combo.
And if they're like, you could say, oh, no, I'm just joking. And give them like a little wink afterwards. And, just kind of keep it going where maybe they'll question, maybe they'll start to observe how the boyfriend treats people.
Yeah, I mean, that could work. But again, honesty is the best policy.
I agree with Ashley.
And
completely.
if you've been together for like 2 years and marriage is starting to come up, I don't know. Because like you don't want to.
Is it 2 years? Is that what people do for engagements?
Now it's getting like shorter, I feel like a year. People move in like 6 months in and then they start getting engaged before a year and then they're married only dating for like a year and a half. Which nothing is wrong with that. I just feel like as the years go by, it is getting shorter and shorter.
If you're ready, you're ready.
Yeah. And when you know, you know. I'm a strong, firm believer in that.
Did you watch the 2020 on John Wayne Bobbitt?
I don't think I've ever watched a
Lorena
2020.
Bobbitt? It just was...
No. Can't say that I have.
It was really interesting because they had a pretty fine marriage to begin with. And then things just like courting was really good, positive, just good.
Which
good.
It normally is.
And then they got married, and then he turned into like this crazy tyrant who was obsessed with everything. And then she cut his penis off. So.
Oh, okay. I've heard of her.
Oh, if you have Hulu, I recommend it.
I don't. I'm too poor. You want to give me your login?
Yeah, I will. If you want, you can have it. I don't care. I'll make you you and Cody a account. So you can.
It's just for podcast research strictly. Yeah.
Well, then we can at least. Yeah. Do you have Netflix on?
Yeah.
Okay. So you do one or the other.
Yeah. I can't see myself paying for both because I accidentally bought Apple Music. So now that's like another monthly thing I have to do.
Do you like
Whoopsies.
that?
I actually do. I do. I like it better than Spotify. But okay.
You know what I like better? The iHeartRadio app. Actually.
Oh shit. Me too, yeah. That's my favorite. You didn't ask me which one my favorite was. You just said if I liked it.
I see.
Yeah.
You're just paying for the iTunes.
Right. Oopsies.
It's fine.
Anywho, if your friend is happy, it's fine. It's okay to not like someone. I've learned that as you grow up. If your personalities don't mix, that's okay. If your friend is happy and being taken care of. But if it's like almost emotionally abusive, I feel like you gotta owe it to her to bring it up.
As long as you don't see any abuse, I think you're good.
I think you're fine. And if there's a way to bring it up, because you have to make it known that you're literally only saying this because you care about her happiness and you're worried about her. That's how you gotta bring it up. But again, it's okay to not like someone. Like I hated my best friend's other friend, like best friend. Like you know how some girls like have just two best friends, like of totally different like friend groups.
Yeah.
And they never mix. Like I did not like my best friend's other best friend.
Oh, weird.
But after a year of getting to know her and like seeing how good of a friend she was to my best friend, I'm like, oh, okay. Like we can both be her best friend. Like this is totally fine. She's a super good best friend to her. Like I'm a super good best friend to her. She's just a lucky bitch that has two really good best friends. Like I need to get over it. So maybe it'll be that type of thing. Like you just gotta, like, pick your battles.
Pick your battles.
And who knows? In a year, you could be like, oh, he's totally cool now. Like, he's just a douche when you get to know, like, when you're starting to get to know. But then once you, like, learn the type of guy he is, you get it. And you're like, oh, okay, you're actually not that bad. You're just kind of like a douche.
I used to have kind of a similar reputation where.
Like, if people don't know you, they think you're a douche.
They thought it was a
I
dick.
think that's a very common thing, actually.
Really?
Like, not me, because I have resting happy face. So that's never happened to me. But I know people that have like RBF. People just think they're just dicks.
See,
but then they get to know them and they're like, oh my God, I thought you were the biggest bitch ever. But now you're like really awesome.
I think people think I'm doing a bit when they meet me.
Really?
For real. I think they're like, nobody can be this hyper, this peppy.
No, that's just you, man. And you're right. Because I think that's why people get annoyed with me because I'm just so like, woo, all the time. Like, I'm so happy and I just want to talk to people. And people get, like, annoyed with me but because they think I'm, like, forcing it. I'm like, no, bro, this is just me. Promise you.
You know what, Ashley? I think we've come to the conclusion that other people suck, not us.
And we're awesome. Yeah, I agree.
So, I think we spent enough time.
Do we need to get to question 3? Like, we just solved the question of the universe. We're awesome and you're stupid.
I want to say the third question might be harder this week.
What? Oh, no.
In fact... Yeah, I want to say I did this one in ascending order.
Oh, God. Okay, because that last one was kind of hard.
You know, Ashley, I haven't had celery juice, and
Thank God. So your diarrhea has stopped.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh. Oh, no.
In fact, there was. Yeah. I was gonna say there was a point when we were talking about our friend's relationship where I was like, Ashley, maybe pause the recording, and I thought things were gonna get real serious.
No,
there.
well, don't ever be shy. Like, I totally get it. So if I need to stop,
Well, no, it's
so
just
you can go poopy.
no,
It's okay.
it was just all of a sudden I was like, oh God, nothing in my life is working out. Like in terms of my body, it was like everything on the inside.
Do you like bring a spare change of pants with you now?
No, that's the other. There was a podcast on the John Jane Rich network about people pooping their pants. In terms of like people on our show who have pooped their pants as adults.
Hasn't everyone?
Yeah, I think everyone has. I think there's times I don't think I've pooped my pants. I've put myself
sharded?
Yeah, I mean definitely. But I don't think like since
That's as far as I've gone.
since I've been a
shard.
kid, it hasn't been like unload. You know,
Like the full turd.
But I will say this. I didn't have an emergency poop outside until I was 28 years old.
And I love that story.
Yeah, no, and
so
there were
much.
two. In fact, did you know the girl I was dating at the time?
I don't know.
I'm gonna beep out her name, but I'm gonna say it right now. Did you know
No,
her?
Never heard of her.
She was from. Okay.
And I hate her name.
Yeah, no, her name was indicative of how awful she
Jesus.
was. But I remember one time I was over at her house studying, and this was when I was, in school with you, so it was a couple years ago, and we were doing some prep work for writing or blah blah blah.
And by that you mean doing it?
Doing it? No, we never did it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
because of this. So I went to go use her bathroom. I was like, "Hey, can I use your bathroom real quick?" And I thought it was one of those. I gotta pee, and then it turned into.
Oh, you had to sit down.
But I looked at the toilet was gross, and it was one of those that
Oh.
didn't have a lot of pressure.
Oh no.
So I was like, this is a lose-lose. So I told her that I left a textbook at my house, which I lived probably 5-6
You could
minutes
hold
away.
it that long? Whoa, did I just jump the gun here?
No. You definitely saw it coming. I left the house and got in my car, started it, turned around, and I got maybe 200 yards down the street.
Oh no.
And there was another apartment complex.
Oh no.
And there was a little area with a dumpster.
Oh no.
And so I jumped.
Oh, no,
I
you didn't even
jumped
go
the fence.
inside.
I didn't go inside.
Oh.
I went behind the dumpster and I just like exploded.
Oh my god.
And here's the worst part, Ashley. If you lost respect for me there, I then was like, what do I do? I wasn't planning on pooping outside. There was a Arizona Republic newspaper
Oh.
that was
you used
wadded
that
up,
to wipe?
wadded up on the ground.
Someone
and
probably like
Yeah.
oh.
But I had no other option, Ashley.
You weren't wearing socks?
Nothing.
Why?
So- And then I just threw the paper down, and then I drove home, took a shower in my crummy little studio apartment, took a shower, and then I called her, the girl I was with, and I said, hey, something came up. I can't make it back to you.
So she knew you were lying the whole time.
I don't
It's
know.
like that's a very suspicious.
But then, so this, maybe you're right, because that girl told another girl I was dating that I was untrustworthy and suspect.
I mean,
But-
that is pretty sus.
But I had to poop outside. That wasn't cheating on her.
I know, but I mean, because you weren't honest with her about, hey,
I didn't know
why
her that
didn't you?
well.
I know, but why weren't you just like, yo, my stomach is killing me. I'm just gonna stay at home. Like, I don't want to have to blow up your toilet.
I mean, honestly, I was probably too proud.
Oh, see, I don't
Like,
think
I
that's
don't-
embarrassing at all.
But I don't think
like people poop. It's fine.
when I sobered up, I was sober for I think 2 years, and then I didn't do anything for 2 years. Like I didn't date, I didn't hook up with any girls.
Uh-huh.
And so when I came out here, I was still kind of like trying to figure it out, and she was the first girl I was kind of spending time
Oh.
with. So it just
Gotcha.
to me, I wasn't there to be able to say.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never had that issue. I'd be like, I gotta go. I gotta take a huge
But
shit.
but
See you
then
later.
there's that time in the rental car where
I love that story so much. We'll save that.
I just so embarrassing. Were we on?
Question 3. You want me to play it?
Did we already listen to it?
No.
Jesus. Yeah, let's hear it.
My girlfriend keeps watching all of our shows before I get to, so when we watch them together, she's already seen the episode. It's driving me crazy. How do I stop her?
Seriously?
Killer.
You said this is the most difficult question?
No. Also, I didn't mean killer. I just was silly.
Get over it.
Whoa.
Just watch it on your own then. I don't know.
What if she gets mad at you watching it on your own?
She watched it on
I
her own.
You know how you ladies are.
No, don't even. I guess I'm just so used to having opposite schedule as my husband that I just think that's normal. And we just can't watch shows together because we're never home together.
And the code man, what does he say? Does he say, go ahead, watch it, I'll catch up on my time?
It's the opposite because he can watch it because he has all this downtime at work. He'll just pull behind a Walmart and watch an episode. Well, I'm at work for 10 hours and then I get home and I have to catch up on my BTS stuff, so I can't like fit in a Netflix episode.
Do you watch a lot of that like BTS live stuff? Like on YouTube, like their live performances? What do you watch?
Oh yeah, well everything. There's just so
like
much
interviews
content.
too?
Yeah. And then people like put together compilations and like we call them crack videos, BTS on crack. And people will like compilate all of their like funniest moments or their craziest moments or like BTS in America. BTS in Korea, like it's just great. There's so much content. Like I'm so behind. And then every Tuesday they have like a reality game show type of thing. So that's new. And then this weekend I'm going to their movie that's in theaters.
What?
Yeah, they have like their whole concert in theaters.
In 3D? Is it in 3D?
Yeah, so we're going with like our light sticks.
Wait.
And we're wearing our
Where
BTS merch and we're just gonna like sing the entire concert in theater. I'm so excited.
Where are you going to see this?
Harkins.
All Harkins?
Maybe we got AMC. It's one of the two, but it's
it's nationwide.
Yeah.
So if
no, it's worldwide.
So
like Philippines, Brazil, like
so
Mexico.
do you think they'll have it in Gilbert, Arizona?
I don't know if
because it's
probably sold out, dude.
I live walking distance from Harkins.
It's probably sold out. You waited too long.
In Gilbert?
Yeah. If you don't buy tickets,
there is no way. It's sold out in Gilbert.
The freaking theater last time, like they had a movie like 3 months ago in theaters, and it was only in theaters for like a week. And the one at like Metro Center sold out in like 2 minutes.
Really?
They
only showed it like a couple times?
Yeah, and this movie is only on Saturday. Like that's the only showing, and then it's gone. Unless they put it on DVD or something.
I don't know.
You can look into it. I don't know if it's at Harkins, honestly.
I would like to.
I have AMC, so.
I would like to see that, I think. I'd like to get super high and just go by myself and see.
You should. It'll open your eye. Like, they're
I love
amazing
their music.
performances. But their performance just takes it to the next level.
There's a
You gotta go. I'm actually gonna look into the tickets for you.
There's a Japanese pop singer who is an MMA fighter. His name was Jene Sudko.
Oh.
And he has a song called Machine Civilization. And it's got one of the craziest choreographed videos on the planet.
I'm gonna have to look into that.
And it's J-pop. It's not.
It's totally different.
Right. And it's very like their choreography. This guy is like it's all vocoded, like really like it's not really he's singing, it's a decent song, but the video is visually what these guys can do with their body control.
Oh yeah.
And
share it with me. I wanna see.
It'll blow your mind. But they, at one point at the end of the video, they turn into like a transformer. So it's like 6 dudes, and they're like just with their bodies doing all these like
cool
weird angular things, and it's all shot head on.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm totally looking that up.
Yeah, also that'd just be a good recommendation for everyone. Now we have to settle.
Oh, we literally haven't done anything for this question.
I think you nailed it. Get over it.
Yeah, it's literally there's way worse problems in life.
Get over it, or find a show that she is into, or he, your significant other, and make them realize what it's like when they do that to you. Get ahead of.
Oh yeah, just do it to them.
Try it, and then
I'm a firm believer in giving the medicine
absolutely
back to them, taste of their own medicine.
Like if you're in the middle of Breaking Bad and your significant other loves it, and they're doing that stuff to you, watch. Maybe get an episode or two ahead, and then when they're sitting there watching it, be like, "Oh my god." Can't wait for this next part.
Yeah.
Really.
Cody did that to me with we started watching Narcos together, and then we watched all of season 1 together, and then it just got too much. I didn't want to wait for him. He didn't want to wait for me. So we were like, nah, just watch on your own time. Like, what's the big deal?
And those Narcos, that's like climbing a mountain. It's in terms of story, characters.
Yeah.
It's
and
just
since you have to read subtitles the entire time, you have to be hella focused. Like, you can't be on your phone and laptop at the same time as watching that, which is what I do with most of the shows that I watch. I just started watching You on Netflix. Have you watched it yet?
No, I'm not. Nope.
Everyone's talking about it.
That's what I'm not into it because everyone's talking about it.
And I just did it because I don't have anything else to watch.
Do you know who finished El Chapo on Univision?
You?
Yes.
You said that was crazy.
Dude, it is hands down a surprise show. You sleep on it, you put it on, and you're like, oh my God.
I had to stop watching Narcos before bed because I was getting the craziest dreams. Like bad.
I've been having some weird dreams lately.
It's because you're watching El Chapo before bed.
No. We talked about something on the John J. and Rich show, and I think I'd like to bring it up with you in the tail end of this podcast.
Well, that's right now.
Yeah.
Give it a bell. Get over it.
Get over it. But
don't kill her, like Grant said. Just get over it.
Right. So, nightmares, weird dreams. I wrote a letter to.
Oh, you told me about this, kinda. Yeah.
I wrote a letter to Jodi Arias.
Yes, you did.
Jodi Arias.
And
it is not a letter of glorification. It isn't like, hey, big fan, love your work.
Marry me.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is what I'm sure she gets millions.
Yeah, and this is just like, hey, I have some questions. I wrote this 3-page letter, and I sent a picture of me and my cat.
Wow. How do you know if she got it?
Well, there's people we know through that listen to the radio show in the prison.
Oh.
But here is I want to show you this. I took this picture. I haven't showed anybody this. So this is the picture I sent and the letter.
Oh my God, you don't even have a beard in this picture.
Front and back, everything. So.
Oh, and you hand wrote it.
Hand wrote this letter. So it's about 4 filled pages, but it's 2 pages back and forth.
Okay.
And it's not like a love letter.
No.
It's just like, hey, I have questions, and I have been having weird feelings about this now since I put it in the mail.
Why did you send it? Like, what's your reasoning behind this?
2019, new experiences.
Okay.
I haven't done it before.
Do you actually think she'll respond?
I have no idea. Part of it is that. Part of it is in 30 years when I'm watching a special on, Court TV or whatever the equivalent is, all of a sudden they'll be like, oh, and 30 years ago, Jodi Arias, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll be like, oh my God, kids, look at this letter. I wrote that woman a letter. And you see what I'm saying? It's a way to connect yourself. Plus, also, when I was sobering up, that trial was happening, and I was walking by the courthouse every day, and it was happening in our backyard.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But I've been having weird dreams of uneasiness because I gave somebody my home address and telephone number.
Wait, who?
No, that person, Jodi Arias.
You give her your home address?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're right. Why didn't you write it from a P.O. box or something?
You can't. Legally, you cannot. You need a return address. You need all these things.
Oh my God.
Believe me, I would have loved to. And you can't say,
You couldn't send it from the radio station's address?
You can't be a part of media. Really, they frown upon that. If you're media member.
So she literally has your address.
But I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen? She kills me. Somebody kills me.
You're her next victim when she gets out. Is she in for life?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I really don't keep up with that.
I'm not.
Knowing her, she'll get out at some point.
So, Ashley, we don't have. This is week number 2 without an endorsement. And
what is Andrew doing?
Today's podcast is brought to you by Kyle and Fug.
Oh.
Who got me a Potbelly's gift card.
Yum.
Which I haven't had Potbelly's in 2 years.
I will be honest with you. I had it once and I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
No.
What'd
but
you
maybe
get?
I just got the wrong thing.
You probably got the wrong thing.
I feel like I just got a classic ham sandwich. I don't know.
I had a turkey club the other night.
It was delicious.
I had soup. They have 5 different soups.
And it was free, which is the best thing.
The best price. And then Kyle also, she got me this little gift, and then she got me a gift card. Also, I didn't ask for this. I know it's your
birthday. When do you ever ask for anything? It's your birthday.
I don't solicit for gifts though. You and I have that relationship, and I love it. There's we will never have any issues because once we start making that money, then I'm gonna start buying you
once Andrew steps
Maseratis and shit.
Yeah.
But she got me a Taco Bell gift card.
Oh my God,
and
best gift ever.
The best thing is the dollar amount on a Taco Bell gift card.
It lasts so long.
And this was a perfect one meal. I got like 6 things, and I just handed him the gift card, and it
Kelly
was over.
and Rosha both got me Taco Bell gift cards for my birthday. Best gifts ever. I love it.
So today's podcast is brought to you by
People who give awesome gift cards.
Yeah,
Thank
people
you.
who give great gifts.
Yeah.
So let's see. Ashley is one.
Thank you.
Kyle on Fug.
Mm-hmm.
Suzette Rodriguez.
She does give good gifts.
John J. Van Ness.
He does give.
Rich
He
Farah.
gave you some like
Bill
crazy
Ryan.
joints, didn't
I
he?
just give everybody on our show. Everyone on our show is a great gift giver. All right, Ashley. I think.
Oh my God! Guess what we just got on the west side?
What?
Our first one ever.
White Castle?
A Costa Vida. Do I need to go? I've never been.
Ashley, you asking me if you need to go to Costa Vida is like you asking the Pope if
I know
you
that
should
was a
go
really
to church.
dumbass question. Okay, I guess I'll rephrase. What do I need to order at Costa Vida?
Do you like quesadillas?
Yes.
Sweet pork quesadilla
Sweet pork?
with
In
all
the
their
quesadilla?
yeah, and it's like you get sour. I get sour cream on the side, and
I love sour cream.
and it's
oh my God.
with the sweet, with the cheese, with the tortilla, and then
I'm hungry.
Honestly, here we go. Refried beans. You got to get the queso. You got to get the guac.
All for a quesadilla?
Salsa fresca. No, I'm just saying you can get chips and salsa fresca, chips and refried
See,
beans.
I don't even know what they have there because it's literally just erected.
I get the quesadilla, and I get a side of sour cream. Sweet pork quesadilla, side of sour cream.
Okay.
And then I get regular chips and queso.
Okay.
Regular chips and refried beans. Regular chips
That's a
and
lot of
salsa.
chips. You
It
get
is a lot of
3
chips.
sides of chips?
I mean, it depends, because also when I go to Costa Vida, my plan is I'll go there on Friday,
Oh, and you'll eat that the next day too.
and I won't eat until Sunday morning or
Gotcha.
Sunday afternoon. So
Okay.
it's literally. Oh,
I'm
boy.
excited to try it because you rave about it.
I brought my brother-in-law Brent and my sister Sarah.
Oh, the Australians?
Yes, the Australians. I brought them to. I was like, let's go get something, and they were like, well, they're really picky. And we went.
And
I
they
said,
loved it?
you know what? I'm taking all the options off the menu. We're going to Costa Vida. Here's the menu. What do you guys want? And then they ordered. Loved it.
Okay, I'm going.
Brent has sent me messages. We had 2 meals
He's
together.
like craving it
He's
still.
he loved Costa Vida, and I took him to Denny's for breakfast.
Yum.
Which are like 2 just.
They don't have Denny's in Australia?
No, they don't have like diner
Wow.
type food like that either.
Huh.
It's real.
I guess that is an American thing.
But oh
Wow.
my God, Denny.
Okay, well, I'm going. I'll fill you in next week how I liked it.
910-557-2871. Ashley, do you have anything you'd like to say?
Glad to be back, and don't ever forget to make time for me again.
It wasn't I forgot to make time.
Mm,
It's that a combination of.
no, I don't need your excuses. I just need results. Don't ever skip me out.
Oh
again.
my God. So, Ashley, after I left here on Friday, I won't skip out on you, but this is an Uber thing. I need to tell you this.
I'm hungry.
A white Honda Accord is my Lyft driver.
Okay.
I'm waiting to go pick up my car.
Uh-huh.
This is after I saw you.
Uh-huh.
I see a white Honda Accord driving,
Uh-huh.
pulls in. I'm like, my Uber's here. I'm going to go get my car.
You're getting the wrong car.
It was my neighbor.
Oh my God.
He was,
Wait, your neighbor is an Uber driver?
No, it was his car, his personal car. And then
Oh, and you just thought that
and
was
I
your
opened the
Uber.
door. I was like, hey, dude, what's up? And then he's like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And then a white Honda Accord pulls up.
Well, you're so lucky that person was your neighbor, though, because that happens to a lot of people, but they're complete strangers. At least yours, like, they knew who you were.
How nice would that have been for you to just take me anywhere else? He's like, all right, man, here you go.
Oh, sure, yeah, I'm going that way anyways.
910-557-2871. At Ashley Footer on all the social media. Search for Dad Ash, though. All the stuff.
Yeah.
I am Grant Inman at Pomo and Kitsch. Thank you so much for listening to us on the iHeartRadio app, on iTunes, YouTube, wherever. With that,
There's everywhere.
yeah. Thank you.
We're all around you.
Tell a friend about the podcast
Please.
if you want. You don't have to, but fucking do it.
Can I go eat now?
Yeah.
Okay.
910-557-2871. See you next week.
Bye.